When I heard Hunter wanted to go on the Memorial Day trip, spend 5 days out in the Kalmiopsis on the most rugged trails, I thought that was absolutely nuts. But I also commended him for that. I know that he wanted a big challenge, but man, I was worried about him. I wasn't sure if he was going to make it.
Hunter came to me back in December at our holiday party and said, "Hey Carly, I've never been backpacking before, but I want to go on this Memorial Day trip." And I said, "Hey Hunter, this isn't just any old backpacking trip, it's a tough one. And it's 5 days and it's also a lot of work."
The nature of this route, we've got 27 miles from Babyfoot Lake to Vulcan Lake. Our first junction is gonna be right out of the gate here, just a couple minutes down the road.
He said, "Absolutely, I'll do whatever it takes." And so this spring, he's been logging tons of volunteer hours.
Hunter's a professional driver. He transports medical gases all around the valley here. From what I know, he likes his job. It sort of amazes me that he is stoked about putting in a full week at work and then joining us for a hard-working weekend out on the trail. When he came to Siskiyou Mountain Club, I think that he was looking for an opportunity maybe to get out and experience some new places, definitely meet new people, and I think he found that. I first met Hunter on a 2-day chainsaw training course that we had in November or December of 2024.
It was funny because I'd never really camped in the snow before. I was there with like a $30 tent from Walmart and a $20 sleeping bag. I thought I was going to lose my toes. It was really funny.
Going into the trip, I was maybe a little bit worried about him because it was his third backpacking trip ever.
Do you mind if we try something here?
Yeah. We'll reef this down. The Transcalopsis route is a collection of trails that goes all the way across the Kalmiopsis wilderness. Volunteers started working from Babyfoot Lake in 2010, and it took them 4 years, from 2010 to 2014, to make it all the way across the wilderness to Vulcan Lake. And the first ever Memorial Day trip to maintain the trail was 2015. So this year marks the 11th annual Memorial Day trip, which is really exciting.
It is a little bit of a bear on the first day here. The hardest part is right here coming out of Babyfoot. We basically just do a big climb and we're going up to the top of that rocky ridge over there. Once we get to the top of that ridge, then it's primarily downhill for the rest of the day.
The scariest part for me was the first day, trying to keep up with people, and if I started falling behind on the first day, how would I make it through the other 4? But I kept my pace, and I kind of surprised myself in one aspect, but on the other hand, I knew I could do it.
Because we made it here to Blake's Bar, we'll be here for 2 nights, which means tomorrow morning we will start at 6:30 day packs. Excited for tomorrow and happy that we made it in here.
Woo. We're gonna kind of pull this trail down into like that area and kind of use that bigger grayish whitish rock as like a step. So we're gonna turn it and just try to eliminate this really steep part here.
Today was hard. I started out doing treading with Chloe and the group, and treading really took it out of me. This is the first time that I've ever had like a really big trip of treading. I've done a little bit here and there, but this is like, it took it out of me, man.
How's that? Oh yeah, here he comes.
Oh my God, this stroll's so good.
Oh my God.
Coming back, it's like, oh my God. Walking over the stuff that we treaded, it's like, this is a whole new trail, and it feels so fresh. It feels nice.
We have the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and day 5, to hike all the way over to here. So that's a lot of squiggly line to cover. So the nature of the rest of our trip is just a lot, it's more triage in nature of We're gonna be working with our big packs, we're gonna be trying to make miles, and we're just hitting the worst of what we can get. First thing in the morning here, we're gonna cross the river. This is our ford right here. Stays pretty flat here for the next 2 miles, and we basically stay really close to the river until we get to Slide Creek Camp. After Slide Creek, we start to climb up a hill and we kind of traverse along this ridgetop for just a little bit, and then we have a long downhill all the way to Taggart's Bar. And then after that, we'll bump over the hill to Box Canyon Camp.
I look up to Luke, I look up to Carly, I look up to Chloe, I look up to all of them. I love learning things and I love trying new things. And with that, I think that some of the things I've learned from them and some of the things that I've picked up have come in handy a lot. A year ago today, I would have no clue what I'm doing, and you know, I didn't know that you could fit all this camping gear in one backpack, but I've gotten a lot of tips and tricks how to help that. I think from that point on, it went pretty smooth up until Taggart's Bar, when we started climbing that hill on those switchbacks. That was, I don't know, that was probably like up there and one of the most difficult things that I've done. And I knew that was what I was signing myself up for when I came out here. And it's what I wanted. I wanted something tough, I wanted something to challenge me, and boy, I got it. So I got a challenge. This is gonna be like the longest I've ever been out of my house. It's gonna be the longest trip I've ever hiked. You don't know that you can do it until you do it. And I mean, I am a stubborn person. I'm stubborn when it comes to this kind of thing where, you know, if I'm behind everybody, like that's just not an option for me. I have to be doing good and keeping pace with everybody, and I have today.
It's all downhill from here.
Sweet.
So I've laid the map here. If you got a couple of minutes during dinner time here, feel free to look at it. These M&Ms here are our points of interest. Blue means water, orange means junction. Straight from here, we're gonna cross Box Canyon Creek, and then we've just got a big old climb, and our #1 priority is just getting to this Johnson Butte Junction, and then after that, we'll walk our way over to Johnson Sweet Hole, which is genuinely some of the best water in the whole Kalmiopsis. And hopefully we'll see our staff crew there as well. The plan was to meet up with them on our last night at Johnson Sweet Hole.
You certainly don't have to be out here doing trail work when you could be, you know, sitting at home enjoying a nice weekend off from work. You know, why do you think that you're doing this? What does it mean to you?
I think if somebody walks through here and it's super covered in brush and it's super, like, there's a ton of logs that they have to jump over, like, how many of them are gonna get to the third log and be like, you know what, I don't want to do this trail, I'm gonna turn around and go home. But when you come through and we cut everything out and make everything nice and tidy, how many people are gonna go the extra distance and go the entire way? Just thinking about that, it's nice. Honestly, it wasn't bad. I thought it was gonna be worse, but it was so hard. I think that yesterday was worse. Yesterday took it out of me, but I think today, so far, There's not much more left to go, huh? Okay, to the sweet hole. Up here, huh? Wow. That's a pretty nice view, if I do say so myself. I have 2 pictures left. When we were going up some of the really big hills, it's like, wow, my legs really hurt, and like I really want to just stop and sit down and give up, but I didn't, because as long as I was putting a foot in front of the other, I was going forward.
Hunter did great. Hunter's a faster hiker than I am. That's definitely pretty humbling. Yeah, guy out on his 3rd ever backpacking trip, and he's just walking circles around me. So that was definitely really cool to see. He had such a positive attitude. He's great to be around, and if he struggled, I wouldn't have even known it. He was just happy-go-lucky the entire time, and I hope he comes on future trips. It was really great to have him out there.
Got some merging traffic here.
Yeah.
Going.
Congestion. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Big week in the woods.
Oh yeah.
You're live.
I made it.
You're like a new man?
Yeah. I think I feel accomplished. I don't know, it was a long trip, and it's gonna be fun to reminisce about, but I feel ready to get home and take a nice shower, sleep in my bed. That's it, we made it.
How does it feel to be done?
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Feels good.
It's not very common for someone to have this big lofty goal and then to blow apart that goal. I think that really speaks to his character quite a bit.
Next weekend I'm coming back out with Trevor out to the Rogue River Trail. I'm gonna do some car camping, and it's gonna feel like luxury.